Hey everyone, Disney's new animated sequel, Moana 2, is yet another sequel in this year of sequels and prequels and spin-offs and adaptations. The original Moana is absolutely a family favorite, setting high expectations for its successor. So, how does Moana 2 stand as its own story? Does it hold up or does it fall down as a sequel? Before we dig in, please do give this review a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. So, Moana 2. Moana has gleefully embraced her role as her people's wayfinder, which means that she goes out seeking to connect with other oceanic communities that she believes must be out there somewhere. She just needs to find them. After returning home with a cracked piece of old pottery that she found on an abandoned island, she realizes it proves that they are not alone. Then the spirits of her ancestors inform her that the hidden island of Motufitu once united all of the oceanic people, and it needs to be restored to ensure that her people survive. So Moana sets out on a new, bigger boat and a smaller crew to help her find it. Disney's choice to continue Moana's journey by uniting the oceanic communities absolutely makes sense for her character. That is absolutely a Moana thing for her to do. However, the setup of her journey with her finding this little piece of pottery and receiving some ancestral visions doesn't actually create this real sense of urgency that connects with the audience. A much more compelling setup would have been something like having Moana find a lost person on an island, because that would have been real proof that there are people out there somewhere. And it would have given her a stronger motivation, an exciting person to get to know, and hope that they could survive the journey. So these are like three things that a person would have added to this story that would have made it that much more engaging and exciting. Really, this would have been an easy fix. It's an obvious fix for the story setup, which feels really basic and formulaic as it stands. Auli'i Cravalho returns as Moana, delivering this really fun and engaging performance. I always love her in this role. She's got a great voice. And we have Dwayne Johnson reprising his role as the demigod Maui. And their on-screen chemistry remains delightful. They're really good together. We get a real sense of how much they both enjoy their roles and connecting with their Pacific Island roots. This really is their movie. And when it works because of them. Moana's new crew includes an engineer, a storyteller, and a gardener. Sadly, they were so undeveloped that I can't even remember their names, frankly. While these roles seem practical for the voyage, the story, it just doesn't make use of them, making them feel pretty non-essential as characters. I mean, everything they do, Moana probably could have done herself and figured out on her own. Interestingly, the side characters like the coconut warrior or the pig or the chicken, they stand out as providing most of the comic relief and generating most of the laughs for the audience. The god Nalo potentially could be the most interesting new character in this film, but he only appears briefly in a mid-credit scene. So that's a heads up to you to stick around for the credits because there is a mid-credit scene. The animation in Moana 2 is absolutely stunning. When Disney leans in on animation, there really is no studio that can compare with what their animation studios are able to do. I mean, honestly, they actually made the animation feel three-dimensional without needing to wear those wonky little weird glasses. From the vibrant colors, the detailed textures, and the impressive effects, the animation in this film absolutely elevates the storytelling. I mean, this is one of those films where the animation and effects actually do elevate the story because they are part of the story. So even if they can't fix the story problems in the script itself, they actually do make the storytelling better. Elements like water and lightning and the clouds, they are just a dazzling showcase of what Disney Animation Studios can do. And they're absolutely unparalleled capabilities. It's fantastic. While the animation truly is fantastic, the music is pretty disappointing. A few songs are enjoyable, but there's really no breakout song that stays in your head. And I have to admit, I have How Far I'll Go on my iTunes favorites list. So I guess I'm kind of a dedicated Moana music fan. But one or two songs, they just don't land. The lyrics were okay. Most of the melodies were decent. And all of the songs kind of had a pretty good rhythm and energy to them. However, they really missed on developing a score that resonates. And I think that it was more to do with the instrumentation of the music than anything else. I mean, it was very electronic. And don't get me wrong, I love electronic music. I love dance music. I love that kind of music. But for this kind of score, you really want a sound that resonates. And I think they would have been so much better off if they would have brought in some symphonic music. And if you want to see what I mean by how important instrumentation is, I would say look at my review for the John Williams um, documentary and watch that documentary. Honestly, just listen to any John Williams music, frankly, because you will see why instrumentation matters, why a cello matters, why a flute or a piano matters. Sure, digital music is great, not a problem, but you need something that creates that deep resonance in the music to make it land. And what they provided in Moana just felt so surface level. And, I don't want to harp on it, but honestly, I'm a former club DJ and I just feel music differently than maybe a lot of people. So maybe people will like the music better than I did, but I felt like it felt flat. It didn't even feel like the kind of music as digital music or electronic music that would create a beat that you could really get into. It really does feel like they settled on a sound that was good enough and served its purpose. But hey, if Disney was looking for a big win with Moana 2, you do not reach that mark with music that's good enough, especially when you are a studio that is known for making the best animated musicals in the industry. I mean, this is their trademark. They made their name on musicals, especially animated musicals. So why would they settle for good enough when it comes to their music in their musical, especially for one of their best-selling musicals? Overall, Moana 2 offers beautiful animation, decent music, and a serviceable story, resulting in what is going to be generally a positive experience for most people, I think. However, it doesn't match the original film's depth, especially in storytelling. New viewers, particularly little kids, may find it enjoyable due to its straightforward, predictable narrative and likable characters, yet the lack of layered storytelling means that older audiences are likely not to be as mentally engaged with the story as they were with the first film. With the holidays approaching, I'm going to guess families might enjoy watching it together in the theater, but considering the cost of tickets to go into the theater nowadays, I think opting for a matinee is absolutely a good choice for this film because why not save money on it? But I have to say, if you go see it in a Dolby cinema because honestly, with these graphics, that's the place you want to see it. It is gorgeous. So, have you seen Moana 2? Are you planning on going to see it? And what did you think of the original? And does Moana 2 kind of measure up as a sequel? Also, let me know what you thought of the visuals and the effects, especially if you got to see it in a Dolby Cinema, because you know I love technology. So, let's chat about that. All right, everybody. That's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this review. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more because there are more reviews coming, especially there are some great movies coming out within the next month. All right, that's it for now, though. Happy viewing, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.